Ladies, Gentlemen, meine liebe Damen und Herren, Señoras y Señores, Mesdames et Messieurs, my name is Binz. Let's play SHAPEZ Industries. I am excited for today's video because today we're going to tackle what I have been told, or what I presume is the last predetermined level of SHAPEZ Industries. For today, I have decided to go in fully blind, not have a look at the shape yet. I have no idea what it looks like, although I do seem to have understood that it is some variation on the rocket shape, which is the level 26 game of the regular, the level 26 shape of the regular SHAPEZ game. But other than that, I have no idea. In previous videos, I went ahead and looked at the shape, analyzed it a bit, but for today, since it is potentially the last video, we will see, I decided to go in blind and discover everything there is to discover about this shape together with you. So I deliberately severed my lines here at 8,900 units so that we can explore this final level together. There we go. Level 25 completed. You unlock the item filter. Good, because I missed the filter. It will route items either to the top or the right output, depending on whether they match the signal from the wire layers or not. You can also pass in a Boolean signal, 1 or 0, to entirely activate or disable it. So I think this is just the exact same filter of the base game. It doesn't have anything particular to it, it seems. And then we can get down to business. So this is the level 26 shape, and indeed it is the last one. After this, we are going to unlock free play. Ooh, not gonna lie, I'm excited about this. So let's have a look at this. Wow, that's really small, isn't it? Is that just a smelted square on top? I can't even tell. Wait, what? Wait a minute. That is... Oh, right, it's a smelted square in the bottom left corner. Oh, wow, it is so small that we can't even see it correctly. It is not a square. It is a combination of... Well, I can't even tell. Can you tell? It looks like a combination of a circle and a star. Is it the star-circle combination? I think so. Let's have a look at this. I believe... I'm not familiar with the industry's codes yet, but I do believe that 1 is code for a circle and a star. I do believe. So, let's have a look at it. These layers, these two are floating. Aren't they? They are floating. Yeah. They are. But the other two are not floating. I don't think. So we have this sandwich thing again, which I explained a few videos ago, where we just get floating diagonals. It is not, at this point, it is not the biggest challenge for us anymore. And it looks like this shape is actually pretty doable. The only thing that's a bit of a hassle or a bit of a challenge is the fact, is resource management. Like, how can we go about this in an efficient way, wasting as little resources as possible? So what I think I'm going to do is create a template like we've done before. Let's click the template button. The previous template is right here. We can get rid of that. Be gone! And then, let's create a new template. Let's see what we could do. God, this is really small to see. That's why I wanted my displays desperately all the time. And I've missed them up to here. So we can have an actual look at the shape, because this is the closest I can zoom in right here. And yeah. From the logo that appears when you hover your mouse over the wire, I can't always tell what the signals are, especially if you get into, layer 4 territory. So, let's split this up into its layers first, right? Like that. So we need one corner of circles and stars. Another corner of circles and stars. I'm going to take pen and paper. I'm going to write this down. So for layer 4, the top layer, we need a fourth of circles and stars combined. Right? And we need that to be painted red. For the second layer from the top, we need a fourth of circles and half a belt of stars. For the third layer, we need half a belt of circles, and we can make that blue. And for the bottom one, we also need half a belt of circles and a quarter belt of stars. Okay. So ultimately, we are going to need 6 belts of circles and 6 belts of stars, if I calculate that correctly. 6 belts of circles, 6 belts of stars. Now, let's look at the paint. How can we do this? How can we do this? As a matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? For these two things, I'm already going to calculate my scaffolding. So, let's have a look at this, shall we? The way we are going to create the middle shapes is as follows. We're going to need to split this up, right? In order to get to this point, we are going to need that half. We're going to need that half. This half, and this half. In order to get that half, what we need is a quarter circle and a quarter star, like so, and then we get a shape combiner. Get those combined. Yep. That is what we need for that side. That's what we need for the right-hand side. This is what we need for the left-hand side. And the one that goes on top, they're the shapes that I put on the right each time. Good. How are we going to make that floating? The way I am going to want to make that floating is by... You know what I'm going to do? Hold up. I always have an easier time doing floating layers if they are on the right-hand side for some reason. I don't know why. So let's swap that. There we go. And since we are now working on the right-hand side, we can make our scaffolding, let's say the bottom left. And we are going to use squares for that. Right? I think that's good. Now, stack. Where's my stacker? These shortcuts, I will get used to them one day, but today is not that day. So, I think that's good, right? And then we can stack that, like so, and cut it, right? Yeah, I think that's good. That's one side, and then the other side should actually just be identical. Excellent. Excellent. If you put that together, we should get the thing, right? Is that what I want? No, of course it's not what I want, because this needs to be rotated. 180, that's what we did. That looks pretty good. Okay, fair. Now what I might want is, I want this corner. I think I can actually put that on top right here. Can I not? So if let's say I change this to this. Is that correct? I think it is correct. I think that is what I want. So, and in order to do that, let's split that up. 1, 2. Then I think we can stack that, correct? Where's my stacker? There it is. We can stack that as follows. And then we are going to presume that we start off with uncolored shapes. Yep. And then we get that painted. We get that painted red. Yeah, excellent. I think that's good. I think that's pretty good. All right, and in order to get that, we need this. Yeah. All right. We're making progress. We are making progress. To that, we are now going to fit just the bottom layer. That's just the bottom layer. So, how about this then? Well, on the bottom layer is just composed of well, not that, but this, and then a blue painted star. Yeah, let's combine that virtually. That is good. It's excellent. Let's make some more room for ourselves here. And now we can just stack that, can we not? I think we can just stack that on top of that thing. So now the question is, have we created the same shape? And the answer is yes, we have. All right. Boys and girls, we're in business. We are in business. So this is the approach. This is the approach we're going to take. Wrong button. That is the approach we're going to take structure-wise. Now the thing I have to do is have a look at my ratios, right? So this is for one belt. We are going to want to create 4 belts out of this. So with these 4 together, that means we need a full circle for 1 belt. Okay? Except I've miscalculated, because we also have these blue ones. So we need half a blue circle for that as well. Yeah. So a full uncolored circle, half a blue circle. And then for the stars, we need 1, 2, 3 uncolored quadrants, that is. So actually, come on, we would need that, and then one of them painted blue, right? Didn't we have a blue star somewhere? Yeah, right here. Right here. So as a matter of fact, this should be the source. This should be the source. So what if, hear me out, what if we depart from half a star? We're going to split that star, or that half star, Well, I guess virtually I need to rotate it first, so let's rotate it first. Yeah. We could do it like so, couldn't we? We could. We could. Yeah, have a look at this. So we're going to do this. We're going to input that there, and then we combine it with a quarter circle. Does that still give me the same output? No, it doesn't. I messed something up. What did I mess up? Yeah, this doesn't work because it's flipped, right? It's flipped. It's on the second layer. Okay, so that's garbage. That doesn't work. Excuse me, why doesn't this create a conflict? This is supposed to create a conflict. I think that's a bug. Because we have two separate signals on the wires. This is supposed to create a conflict. But it doesn't. Whatever. Yeah, so that's almost good. The rotations are still messed up. So counterclockwise, right? Yeah, that's the way it was. That's the way we need it. So, are we good with this? 1.5 circles. This just shouts laser cutter, doesn't it? It shouts laser cutter. I don't think I have a virtual version of the laser cutter unless the wires, the smart wiry thing has it. Does the nipper do this? What does the nipper do? Yes, that's what it does. Okay, so we're just gonna, let's see, just make life easier on ourselves. So we are going to do this, right? We are going to do this. Yeah, we're going to do that. Oh, it nips it off. It doesn't give me the thing. Right, so that doesn't work. Do we have something else? Do we have a laser cutter equivalent? I'm not sure. I'm not sure we do, actually. I haven't thoroughly looked at all of the things that we have on offer for Wires Plus. But I think in terms of macro structure, we're there. We are there. So, again, because I accidentally erased it. 1.5 belts of circles, and then 1 belt of stars. Right? I think that should be it. I'm going to do this first. I'm going to create that first, and then I'm going to come back here to look at the coloring. So, in the end, what I need is 6 belts of circles and 4 belts of stars. I think that should be good. So I'm going to find some circles and some stars on the map. Be right with you. I literally have no spare stars left from our patches. So, second plan is find a jellyfish shape. Like that one. Yes, sir. That is something we can use. Now, since we have all the space in the world and we unlock the hyperlinks, I think we're going to try to find a bigger patch. So I might have to look elsewhere on the... Oh, I almost forgot. I also need my belts for my scaffolding, right? So how many belts do I need? I need 1 scaffolding quadrant, 2, 3, 4 scaffolding quadrants. So that is just 1 belt of, let's say, squares. I'm going to make life easy on myself. I'm going to take squares. That's not how that works. I'm going to take squares for scaffolding, and then I need 1 belt of squares. So since we need 4 belts of stars and 4 belts of squares, as a matter of fact, there is another shape I could use pretty efficiently, and that would be, for example, this one, right? I need 4 belts of each, so I think this should be good, actually. Do I really only need 4 belts? It seems so little. It seems so little. You're probably shouting at your screen, "No, Bins, you idiot, what are you doing? You need way more belts." It looks so little, but I think I only need the 4 belts of this. Right? Let's get some extractors in. Right. It gives me 1 belt of each. It gives me 1 belt of stars, and it gives me 1 belt of squares. So as a matter of fact, we do need 8 input belts, don't we? So yeah. I that's where the thinking error was on my part. Exactly. So for 4 belts, we're going to need twice the amount of input. Alright, so let's try to find the same patch, but just a bigger one. That's more like it. That's more like it. So by the way, take some time and appreciate that 12 FPS frame rate right here. That's what we're working with, but yeah, nothing much we can do about that, I'm afraid. I seem to be... Oh, right. Please pay attention. Okay, and now since I love them so much, let's get some corner crossings in. So... yeah, that's more like it. Let's do some more corner crossings. Okay, and now we can... hold it. I need to rotate the shapes first, don't I? It doesn't really matter how, as long as I rotate them 90 degrees in some direction. So let's do that. Any direction. But let's take the same one for all. So that's going to make life easier. There, that should be better. That's that. 4 belts of squares. Now the other one. Great, that's more like it. That's our shape input. Almost, well, at least that's the stars and the squares extracted, and now we still need to follow that up or accompany, join, add, I don't know what the word is. 6 belts of circles, right? 6 belts of circles, okay? What, you thought I wasn't gonna do these? Of course I am. You're nuts. Much better. There we go. Well, I guess we have to do these as well then. I know, beauty comes at a cost, but here we are. Is that what we need? So 6 belts of circles, 4 belts of squares, and 4 belts of stars that we can get out consistently. Excellent. Excellent. I'm a very happy person. Very happy person. Now let's get back to the template, shall we? And let's have a closer look at the amount of color resources we'll be needing. So again, this right here is for one belt. This thing we've drawn out is for one belt. For one belt, we need to paint this red. But if we turn this into a 4 quadrant thing, then we need 4 of those for 4 belts of output. Right? We would need 1 full belt of that, uncolored. And then we need to paint it red only once. That is the only red that we need. So that means that for 4 belts of output of this shape, we only need half of a belt total of red dye. That's interesting. I hope I'm not miscalculating here, but I think that's what it is. And then, for the blue, the only blue we need... Oh, right. We are going to... I think I'm going to create an intermediary shape with these 3 quadrants, and I'm going to paint that blue. So that means I need 2 belts of blue for 4 belts of output of this shape. Wow. Half a belt of red and 2 belts of blue. That's surprisingly little. That's nothing. Can get rid of that because that's not the patch we're using. Where is it? Here it is. And what do you know? Red and blue are right here. So as a matter of fact, I'm going to try and test this theory by just outputting one of these. Let's see if that works. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I think we're ready. I think we're ready to get the shape started. Let's get to it. First thing, back to the template. Well, we need quad cutters for just about everything, don't we? I think we do. So let's get to the warehouse. Let's get to the cutter array. And I think we're just going to need quad cutters for just about everything. I think we do. Am I seriously going to need 8? No, I'm not gonna need that many, but I am going to need many. I am going to need 4 for the stars and 4 for the squares. We will need them, I believe. And if it turns out that's not correct, I will edit it away later. But I think that's what it's going to be. And then let's look at the template again for the circles. How many quad cutters do I need for the circles? Because I don't need quad cutters for everything. I can use a diagonal cutter for that. And that means that we need 2 belts of circles going into a diagonal extractor. The one we used for the previous level as well. We're going to use that. I'm going to use that. Okay. But this is an array that handles 4 belts, and I will only need 2 of them. Right, so let's make a variant on that. Alright, I think this should be good. Let's cut that, get back to current, paste it. So that's for 2 belts, right? That's 2 belts. And then we have another 4 belts of circles that we need to cut into quadrants. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of that. Really, do we need that many? I think we do. I think we do. It's the thing I think. Of all the things I think, this is one. Yep. I think this is it. And my frame rate is now successfully dipping below 10 FPS, which is just so much fun to play with. That was sarcastic. But luckily for you, since there is the
power of technology and fast forwarding,
that is not a hassle you have to sit through. Just me, myself, and I. But here we have those belts connected, right? I think that's initially good. Let's cut that. Luckily, we have a lot of bug prints and rad prints in stock. I think, as a matter of fact, I might have woven my belts wrong a bit. That's 4 belts of stars. Now, let's do 4 belts of squares. That is the squares. Now, let's continue with the circles. Wow, 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 wow. These are a lot of quadrants. That is a lot of quadrants and a lot of belt weaving. But I think we have everything we need, right? In terms of quadrants. I think we do. For this, we can rotate that 90 degrees. Yeah. Now for the other ones, I don't know yet currently where I'm going to need them. So what I'm going to do for the time being is I'm going to rotate everything into the top right corner. That's something I'm just going to do for myself to keep a clear head, right? I find it easier to work with. So counterclockwise, 180. And clockwise once, right? That's what I want. That's what I want. So I'm going to copy this to all of the other machines. Good, that's that. Now let's get back to the template. Right. I exaggerated. I exaggerated with my cutting because, as a matter of fact, I could create a full belt of that, right? I could create a full belt of that. Because then we only have to paint it once. So as a matter of fact, that is 1 belt of circles and 2 belts of stars that don't need to get cut. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I don't mind. So let's take this bottom one out. Right? And let's take the bottom 2 of stars out. We don't need to cut them. We don't need to cut them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this circle belt out. I'm going to take it out to the right here. And line it up on the right hand side together with these 2 star belts. Because now what I want to do for that is I want to get a combiner array in for the star and the circles, and then a stacker array, and that needs to be 1 belt only. So combiners. Let's do this as a combiner. Oh, I only have that. Well, fine, it can handle 1 belt, so that's fine. Let's get back. I think I'm going to make this point to the left. Like so. Good. And after that's done, do we need to stack that above or below the other one? Below the star. Above or below the star? I kind of forgot, so let's look at this again. The star goes at the bottom. Yeah, the star goes at the bottom. So as a matter of fact, the easiest way to go about it would be as follows, I think. And let's use this cute little stacker right here. I didn't think that over the course of SHAPEZ Industries I was going to need one of these single belt units anymore. I thought because, outputs or demands are getting so massive that we wouldn't be needing this anymore. It turns out we do. Great. Now let's get a painter in. Do I still have a single belt painter? I don't. But that's fine actually, because I made my units compatible with single belt. See, you just... no, sorry. This is not an example. But I made them compatible with single belt. So as a matter of fact, I should be able to just output the single belt, input the single belt of shapes, and then input a single belt of color, and then get a full belt of output anyway, even though the belt is double unit. So it's actually flexible, right? Come on, these shortcuts. And the frame rate doesn't help either. The frame rate is so low that it might take some time. And then I don't know if I click the wrong button or I'm just waiting for the keyboard to respond, you know? So let's get out the red belt. Let's get the red belt down here. Oh yeah, and after a very long time, because this red paint just needs to travel forever. But in the end we will get that, and then we need to get a quad cutter in. So let's get to the cutter array. And yeah. Excellent. That's the way it is going to go down. And then again, I'm going to put everything in the top right corner, just for transparency's sake. Good. Now let's get back to our template once more. What we've done now is we've created this piece. We've created these pieces. That's good, right? The next thing I would like to have a look at is all of the components that need to be painted blue. So that's two circles, two circle quadrants, and one star quadrant, right? So I want to create some odd shape that we don't really need, but that will come in handy because we will just paint that shape blue, and then we're going to cut it into pieces again. And that shape should contain half a circle and a quarter star. So let's go to the cutters again. As a matter of fact, I don't think we will need that. Let's see, what do we have, and why is this one belt stationary? I don't like stationary belts. Found it. This will be better. Good. Okay, so now back to our thing. As a matter of fact, we can use these belts, right? We can use them And I think, as a matter of fact, we might want another one of those, don't we? But the question is, do we need two? Do we need one or two? We still have three belts of circle quadrants left. So as a matter of fact, I think I could do this. I think I can do this. And I think we can do this again. And probably that's not gonna fit, is it? Look at this. Look at this. That's how God drew it up. That's just intended stuff right there. I love how that fits to the cell with cell precision. Excellent. Excellent. So, what I want to do, as a matter of fact, is now I want to combine a few of these with stars, right? I want to combine a few of these with stars. More specifically, 4 belts each. So we're gonna get the stars out, and we're going into a stacker array. Oh, and I made a cute new little stacker array that's pretty, well, it's not cute and little, it's actually pretty big, but it's pretty efficient because it's a quad belt stacker. And I mean, if you compare this quad belt stacker and this quad belt stacker, I mean, it's pretty obvious which one takes the cake, right? So yeah, let's get that done. All right, that's pretty good. We're taking it nice and easy in order to avoid as many mistakes as we can, but we are making steady progress. We're doing well with that. I feel like we are doing well. Now we need to paint this blue. So let's get the double painter array in. Painter, painter, painter. There they are. And by double, I mean quadruple, because that's how we roll. Let's get that in. Let's clear these belts, because we had some... I accidentally had some shapes running into the belt line, and that will clog the machine. So now let's try to find where we put these blue lines. I'm thinking hyperlink. What do you reckon? Hyperlink? Yeah, hyperlink. Oops, gone too far. Now, one line needs to go there. What's going on? Where's my blue? Oh. Well, that is not going to work. There we go. Now we are getting 4 belts of that good stuff. And now we need to cut that again. Now we need to cut it again. Good. Back to the warehouse. Am I going to use cutters or extractors? Because I do have this very charming unit right here, this one, that lets me select which corners I want to cut out. I think I'm going to use it. Why not? And if you wonder what the trash cans are good for, they delineate where the wiring is. So I have an easier time putting these things in bulk, putting them down in bulk. Okay, back to the warehouse. Let's get the wires with that. Go with that. Let's try this one first to see which corner I want to cut out and which, how the machine reacts, which buttons I have to press. Because we want to cut out the star quadrant, don't we? And that is clearly not the solution. How about this one then? It's not it either. Second one? Nope, it's the fourth. That's more like it. So the fourth belt. Or the fourth button, I mean. Okay, that is that step done. Now we have those things. And as a matter of fact, let's go back to our template because I do need these blue ones split anyway, don't I? I need everything split, so that's just a giant waste of time what I just did. That's a giant waste of time. Okay, that it happens. Erase everything, and I'm just going to get a simple quad cutter out. Because I need the quadrants separately in the end. So let's get back to the cutters. And now I need 4 of these things. So that is the next step of our process completed. Now what we have is these quadrants, these blue circle quadrants, and we have our blue star quadrant. So the first thing I might do actually is get this combined. That is going to slim down the amount of belts we have yet to do. So get this combined or stacked. Let's have a look. Which one wins in terms of footprint? I think the new stacker might actually take it. Oh, they're pretty comparable size-wise, aren't they? Yeah, the stacker has it. The stacker wins. Good. Then let's use the stacker. I am officially in the middle of nowhere. So back to current. The stacker has it. Now, do I need this space up here? No, I don't. So I'm going to get these 4 belts. I'm going to get that up here. Peek at the template again. So we need the star quadrants in the top right corner connected with a diagonal uncolored square. Good. Yes, sir, that's good. That's our bottom layer done. Excellent. Next. The next thing I want to have a look at. So the bottom layer is done. We don't need to worry about that anymore. I think the next thing I might want to do... Oh, I'm an idiot. Well, yeah. I suddenly see a more trivial way of doing this. I see a more interesting way of doing this because the shape I could create, as a matter of fact, is this, isn't it? I can create this shape. That would be an extremely efficient shape to create. Yeah, this is a shape I'm going to create, so I'm going to redo a few machines. These squares, I'm going to cut them into diagonals, and as a matter of fact, these blue circle quadrants, I'm going to reverse a bunch of stuff I just did. I love how clean that fits. It's the best. I am wondering, did I exaggerate with belts? Because I have 8... Now I have 8 belts of that. But I only have the 4 belts of blue... Okay, this shape is slowly doing me in ratio-wise. It is not that hard in terms of structure, but it is quite the challenge in terms of ratios. Yeah, so I need 2 belts of this. I need 2 belts of this. And that means I don't need... I only need one of the machines I just did. I only need one of them. I only need to combine that once. So it was a good choice to use this one. Great, I think we're good now. And now we can... what's this? Now we can connect that there. Good, that's that. And now we can combine the rest with these belts right here. I'm going to disregard the fact that I am currently not sure if I just made too many, because I have 8 belts of that, and I don't know if that's what I need in the end. But I guess we'll take 4 from that now, and then we'll just see. Great. Okay. My dear friends, I have been recording for quite some time, and I feel like my brain capacity will only allow me to record for so long. So I think I am actually going to split this episode, this level 26, into 2 parts. I feel we're making steady progress, but it's just taking a long time because the shape is... You know, in terms of structure, I thought, ooh, easy peasy, but, you know, handling all these inputs in order to make it as efficient as possible resource-wise, it does involve, as you have seen, as you have witnessed, it does involve a lot of, you know, splitting up stuff and merging it back together, then painting it, then splitting it again, stuff like that. And, you know, the episode, the recording session has turned out to take longer than I had anticipated. And in that sense, we are going to wrap it up for today. This is where we leave the video. And then next video, we are just going to pick it up where we left off, because I do feel like we are in, we are on the road. We are en route to get this shape done in a very efficient manner, I feel like. And hey, I hope to see you in the next episode, which will probably be the last episode. And I am looking forward to it. I hope you are looking forward to it as well. Thank you very much for watching. Have an excellent day. See you next time. Bye.